Hello everyone, my name is Nur Hafizan Daniel Isaac bin Nordin. Today I will talk about my experience handling Korean and Chinese tourists. For the first introduction, starting from last January until last September, I work as an in-house guide at Taj Mahal Travel and Tours Sendirian Berhad at Kota Kinabalu. Okay, from the company, I bring a lot of tourists from many countries, but I will tell you guys how I handle the tourists that are from Korea and China. Okay, third introduction, I will tell you guys about how their attitude, how they communicate with Sabahan local people, and what kind of package these tourists like to buy. Okay, and then last one, I will tell you guys about the conclusion. What is the benefit these tourists for our country? I start work from last January because I want to have an experience about tourism sector, and I also resign on last September because I go continue my study also in tourism at UiTM Kota Kinabalu. Why I like to talk about tourists from Korea and China? Because Sabah tourism sector had many income from these tourists. Okay, how they talk with Sabah local people? They are talk in English, but their English are broken. Okay, the attitude, Korean tourists is respect people, not like Chinese tourists. Chinese tourists disrespect people, they show off their money, they disrespect tourism sector frontliner such as front office, concierge, receptionist, driver, and also me. Okay, but Chinese tourists, they're spending more money than Korean tourists. Okay, about the Chinese tourists, they are different from mainland and the big city like Hong Kong or Taiwan. Okay, Chinese tourists from mainland way more worse than Korean and Chinese tourists from the big city. Let's talk about what kind of package Chinese and Korean tourists like to buy. Okay, first, Chinese tourists, they like to buy a nature package that is more to animal, because Chinese tourists, they like to see animals such as monkey, proboscis monkey, crocodile, and firefly, and more. It's different with Korean tourists. Korean tourists also like nature package, but they don't really like the animal. They just like to taking the picture. And the place that Korean tourists like to go is like a more to man-made place, like a photo booth, so they can taking picture and then post to the media social. Okay, and then what kind of souvenir these tourists like to bring? Chinese tourists, they like to buy magnet and what else, kitchen and more. But different with Korean tourists. Korean tourists like to buy t-shirt that it's wrote I love KK, so they can have a lot of discount. Okay, for the conclusion, even though Chinese tourists like to disrespect Sabahan local people, but they like to spend more money than other tourists. Okay, why are these tourists like to come to Sabah? Because they like to try our food, they like to see our nature, and they also like to see our culture. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening. I hope all of you enjoy my video. Thank you. Salam UiTM di hatiku. Thank you again. Bye bye.